Welcome back to a Read the Factory Manual. I'm your host, Bill DeBevick, and we are going to look at restoring, customizing, doing something great to this Volkswagen. This is a Matchbox number 67 Volkswagen 1600 TL. It is made in England, and you can see it's got some love to it. It had a good life. We've got a A-pillar to replace. The windshield is in bad shape. I don't have a replacement windshield for this, so I'm going to get a blister pack windshield. It does have nifty, way cool chrome wheels on it, which look fantastic. So let's get started with drilling and tapping. I got my handy drill here. Let's go ahead and drill that out. Changed the drill bits from the last time. Those other drill bits were horrible. These are much better drill bits. I'll leave a link to these drill bits in the show notes in case you're interested. My links in the show notes are Amazon affiliate links. It doesn't cost you anything more or anything less to click on that link to buy these drill bits or anything else, but it does help out the channel. Alright, let's see if we've got it. Oh, got the back. Oh, the front's a little tricky. There it goes. Oh boy, this car has really been loved. Well, I guess I should have known it was going to do that because the A-pillars were indeed broken. But it looks like the base is broken as well. So I've got my work cut out for me on this car, which is okay. That's what I signed up for. Speaking of signing up, you should subscribe. That way you don't miss an exciting episode. Now let's get this little thing off of here. Best way to do it or not, but it is the way that I am doing it. So I'm sure later on, as I do more of these, I will figure out a better way. Let's see if I just figured out a better way. Ah, look at that. Alright, look at the detail that's in this thing. That's amazing. Let's zoom in so we can take a look. This is what makes Matchboxes so cool, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, the other ones are cool too in their own way, but Matchbox, they really went out of their way to get the details in this car. I mean, we've got the window, we've got a little spot to put our maps and stuff in there, the door handle. I mean, look at the detail that's in this casting. It's amazing. Amazing! Got the lights a little bit bent there. That's alright. We can fix that. No tow hook on this one. Little VW logo right there. Oh, that's cool stuff. Cool stuff. What amazes me too is, as I work on these cars and look at them as taking videos of them, I can see much more of the details in the video than I do with the naked eye. And so as I finish these and look at them, I say, oh man, look at that, I gotta fix that, or I gotta fix this or that, or the other thing. Oh, there's the suspension piece. I'll have to look at fixing that as well, because you can't have a car without a suspension. That would just be horrible. Got all the parts. Here's the plastic. This one looks like it bends as well. Yeah, look at that. That just needs some cleaning and it'll be good to go. I'm going to look at some of the photographs of the real version of this car, figure out what I want to do with the interior, what color I want to paint it. I am gonna stick with the red though on the exterior, like what Matchbox painted. Here's the back glass. The windshield obviously is gone. Maybe I can make something out of blister pack. We'll see. You never know. Could happen. Got it out of the cleaner than I remembered. I forgot to drill and tap it. So let's go ahead and drill and tap these. I think I am going to put it in the vise from now on. But this one is a little bit special case. It's all apart. Seems that the drilling before the tapping is it. Okay. M2 by 4 millimeter is the screw size I use. Yeah. Alright, time for the pour VW. Let's get the paint stripped off of it. Okay, we're back from stripping. I have it ready to get cleaned off. I have 4-step method. I've got the stripper, I have the dirty water, I have clean water, and then put it in the black tub here at the end. That way I can keep things from getting contaminated. I don't want to get the paint stripper on paint or anything I'm going to use around paint or after the model's done. Well, time to put the Volkswagen back together. Looking it over before filming, I see why it broke. It's not very many parts to it to keep it together. I'm going to get the screws out of there so I get a nice flat base. And we're going to start by gluing these first two together. Then I'm going to put this piece back in and then the cotter pin, and we're going to probably glue the plastic together first. So that's the plan of attack. I've got all the tools I need. I've got my little shovel thingy here, I'm going to call it. The fantastic, way cool baking powder, super glue. Got some tape and some toothpicks and a knife just in case. Well, let's get started. I'm going to start with the plastic first. That was just a piece of blister pack. We thought that stuff wasn't good for anything. Looks a bit better. Alright, let's see how that goes together now. A little bit too much out, it looks like. Learned anything from that Tootsie Fiat is don't bend this a lot. That's looking good right there. A little bit closer. Just a little bit more. because the front looks like it's together right. I'm starting to think that that's right. Just like that. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Thinking about actually screwing it into the base and then doing it. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna get some more tape and I don't accidentally glue it to the base. Alright, is that going to work? And a washer. Put on there. A little bit more stability. Good. If you're looking for cotter pins, Harbor Freight and get yourself one of these. It's $4.50 and you get more cotter pins than you're ever going to need. I'm using the second to the smallest one as the first. It seems to be the right size. And I'm going to mark it before I cut it. That way I know. There. Okay. Gives off a little bit of extra. How we look? A little mark in there that where it's squished. That's fine because it's going to fill with. It's going to fill with the baking powder anyway. Want a little more. Right, so now what I need to do is these are plastic jaws, so it should be fine. This tiny screw is always on the wrong side, isn't it? Alright, here we go. Alright, the glue is on. Voila! This is the third round of sanding this car. I keep breaking the darn thing. So this time I've got it screwed up So we'll see if it will stay together this time. Pretty much done with the sanding, but it still needs a little bit here and there, so we'll get to that. I like to use these little sander things. I'll leave a link to these in the show notes. Let's start with 320. Zoom in a little bit more there for you. There we go. Wow, that's really zoomed in, isn't it? Let's zoom it about right there for you. I've got a little nubbin right there I need to fix. I'm going to try the knife on that. Now I have a problem taking off these mold lines, seams, or whatever they are, because I think that the guy who originally modeled this car would probably do the same thing if he had the time. Seam goes all the way across. This is the seam I was trying to remove when I broke it the third time. Cleaning it a little bit with some alcohol and stuff. I really don't like the way the roof came out, so I'm going to polish it up. See if I can't make it look better. During that polishing, I see a couple spots I need to fix. Alright, time to work on the windshield. I'll try it with paper. Alright, I think I can get the windshield to attach here and here. See how that worked out. This needs to be trimmed about right there. Okay, that is a little bit too far out that way. The back windshield, I am going to need to shorten it some. Probably will shorten it to still fits good. Good, 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 good. A little scratched on the back. Let's see if it comes out first with some polish. Probably only show up in the turntable, but we'll see. Alright, I need a paper towel. Alright, got my tweezers. I'm using this paint today. We'll see how it works. I have a lot of red to do today, so see what happens. See if we can make a front windshield for this car, since I broke it already. Alright, I've taken the time to create a pattern for it, so we'll go ahead and get started making this. Alright, I cut out the pattern, gave myself a little bit more space on that side. Score it. Alright. Like that. This one goes like these. Almost. Okay. All right, I'm going for it. Alright, glue. The glue more towards the back. When it squishes out, it won't go anywhere. Alright, I'm just going to hold that for a while and see what happens. What a journey for this little car. This little car has really been difficult to put together. It fell apart on me twice, 3 times actually, completely apart twice. I have replaced this A panel right here. So this is a brand new A panel. I had to re-glue this one in this side back here, this side up here in the front. This came completely out on the second try, as you saw. New windshield in the front. It's okay. First attempt at doing a windshield like that. I think it did alright. If I ever find another windshield, I'll probably take it apart and replace it. So let's get this thing back together. So we'll get started with the doors. Hopefully I can get this together without destroying it. We will see what happens. Let's see. Figure this out. Okay. A couple things I learned while doing this one. I learn on all of them. Is don't forget the doors. I forgot to paint the doors when I painted the body. I had to go back and paint the doors, and it didn't quite turn out perfect the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. And then the next thing I learned was you should really have the doors, really think about the doors as you're doing this, because if you don't, you forget about it while you're sanding and fitting, and you go to put it all back together, the doors don't fit because they're too big or they're too small. I think that is incorrect. Learning as I go. There we go. Not too bad, didn't scratch it too bad at all. Alright, the doors are in. Let's get the interior in there. I already got the glass in. Let's get the interior in there. There we go. The other thing I learned was when putting these things, when working on these things, especially ones with doors on them, make sure you have the base on. Not screw this up too bad. This car was a lot of work. Could have done better on the paint, but that's going to come with time. As I learn to paint better and do things, I may come back and redo some of these models that I'm doing at the start. A crack scared me. No, it's still good. Still good. So there we go. There's the Volkswagen 1600 Matchbox number 67. There it is before. You saw before it didn't have a windshield. We put one in. The A-pillar was missing. We got that fixed. As we were working on it, the thing came apart on me, broke right in half, so I had to fix that. And here is the results. You can see going around. It's not too bad. The paint doesn't look too bad since for painting it twice. The one side is better than the other, but it is what it is. I have some chips in there, but that's alright. I'm not going to worry about the chips for now because I'll probably repaint the thing with a different red. The red that I used, since I've been painting a few more, I'm finding I really like the Vallejo paint. It covers really well on the first try. So I may repaint that with the Vallejo and with its red and then come back and re-clear it. But we'll see what happens. If I do that, I'll make sure I do a follow-up video But there it is. There's the car with all its amazing details. Thank you for watching. Read the factory manual. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Let your friends know so they can subscribe as well. You want your friends to see all this cool stuff. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you do the comments and tell me what you thought of the video, what you thought of the car, what you think I could have done different, what you think I could have done better. I'm learning as I go, and those comments will help me with the next cars to make sure they're perfect. Thanks again.